asking for recommendations and making sure you're doing it the right way. We're going to be skills checking everybody on your closing, asking for the order, making sure you got that down. So you want to be able to see the TV. Oh, you're standing or going through there. I want to recognize some people first. Actually, just so you guys know what's about to go down. And I want to get everybody in the room. Can we holler to get everybody in here? All right.
Well, as you said as a kid, the world ain't all sunshine and rainbows. It's a very rough, mean place. And no matter how tough you think you are, it'll always bring you to your knees and keep you there permanently if you let it. You are nobody. Ain't never gonna hit as hard as life. But it ain't about how hard you hit. It's about how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward. How much you can take and keep moving forward. If you know what you're worth, go out and get what you're worth. But you gotta be willing to take the hit.
It's the time of the dynasty, baby. Game time.
Everybody know their role?
Man, like stuff. You ready to get started? Make sure. Remember. Forever.
Things just get crazy.
Setting a big goal that you really never thought you could accomplish before.
Everybody know their role? Things just get crazy.
Game time.
This is from the Tennessee, Kentucky. All right, so we've got to do our promo video, but it's game time, and there's a lot of guys all posting up, putting their things. Next week, it's go time. The entire nation's competing. Every division's competing. Every region's competing. And it starts on Tuesday, but it doesn't start on Tuesday. It starts right now with preparation. It doesn't just happen. You don't just go out, think about any games, right? Any of you guys who are performers, whether you're in debate, whether you're an athlete, you don't just like wake up the day of and it's like, okay, let's go, right? There's a lot of prep work, preparation, practice before the big game to make sure that we're set up, ready to succeed. Yes or no? Yes. All right, so that's what's going on right now. We're getting ready. We're getting ready for the kickoff. It's going down this Sunday. We have all day call day happening, but we've got to make sure, do we have our skills down? Are we set up for success? That is the number one focus of the next 48 hours is we need to make sure, how's your closing? Are you comfortable with your closing? Do you have your recommendation binder set up the right way? Do you have your goals all set up so you're able to share with customers, with the alliance? I'm going to be meeting with individually. Where's the seat for the division meeting? This right here, Zyla, what you have, let me have this. By the way, this, you can only sign up. This is not, everyone does not have permission yet to sign up. We have a certain amount of seats that we're taking. I have some new guys I'm training this week. I have guys who are out of town that I've already reserved their seats, so I need to put them on here. We have 50 seats as an office, and that's it. And I want to make sure that we get our top people. You can reserve your spot. If you've been to an SLDM, you are able to reserve a spot. Cool. So you can sign up. If you've been to SLDM, you are approved to sign up. Also, if you're assistant manager on staff, you're approved to sign up. So those are the only people that can put their name down here. So this is going to come around and you can reserve your spot. I know these guys already got it up here, but SLDM attendees, you can reserve your seat. So do that, so you have your spot ready to go for Monday, and then anyone who's on staff has a seat reserved right now. Then there's key people, because our top 30 that Mary Lou and I work with, they have first dibs. And then, we want the top people from each team. I want to get everybody there. That's our goal, is that everybody goes on Monday. So talk to your team leader to ask them what we need to get done. And I want people who are serious about taking advantage of the summer. We have an unbelievable lineup, by the way. Those who go this summer, you have to really just stay in bed all summer and just be like, I don't want to do anything for you not to make at least $5,000 even part-time this summer by being able to by attending this event. So this is going to be awesome, and this will kick off. So we've got people coming in to town, Hall of Fame members speaking, top people that are going to just bring it. They're going to blow your mind, by the way. You want to increase your average order by $200-300. You want to build customer relationships that people just keep coming back to you. They call you like, Brandon, I need to buy these gifts. Brandon, you're their Cutco guy. Josh Muller is at $3 million in sales. Will be speaking on Monday, giving the goods on rapport building, connecting, building relationships with customers. He's unreal. Okay, over $3 million. By the way, he's our national event coordinator for the company. National events coordinator. He'll be there speaking on Monday. We have Justin Ledford, who's one of our very own from Gulf Coast, who will be doing his names and uses. This guy has over $1,000 average order and closes 99% of the time. Very rare he has a no sale. Who would be excited about closing almost every single order with over $1,000 average order? And he just has fun. He's like, Kat, can I just do what I do and show my names and uses and the silly stuff I say to customers? And he's like, this job is so fun. He's in his 30s. He's been doing it for over a decade. He's like, I absolutely love it. I think he's been with the company now 14 years. I have. We started back in the day in the early 2000s together in that crew. But he's like, it's so fun. And him and his wife, they have multiple businesses. And I was telling the guys yesterday, he sells Cutco. I'm like, Justin, why do you still do this? He's like, it's just fun. He's like, I literally just go joke around with moms and make $1,000 in an hour in my pocket. It's pretty awesome. Why not do it? He's like, so it's just fun to do. So he makes sure his businesses are running. He just wrote a book, Visions to the Top, super big on just visualization and visioning. He's part of the crew that's all good friends with Hal Elrod and Berghoff and all these guys. They're from the early 2000s, some of the studs of Cutco that really paved the way for high-flying sales reps. And you guys will see some really incredible things. And our goal is to launch after the 2 weeks and give people tools to help them in those 2 weeks earn $2 to $5 grand in income in those 2 weeks. That's our goal, by the way, with Monday's meeting, is that everybody in 2 weeks earns more than their friends make all summer in a 2-week period. Cool? So if I'm you, I'm fighting to get to that because that right there, by the way, that conference is free. We're paying for everything. I'm paying for everything for that event. The next conference, I'm not, because it's over $15,000. It's our actual summer conference one, the closing events. And that also has the dinner and the limo night and everything. And we're gonna have round tables where you can speak to the top people. There'll be a special workshop for the guys hiring sales with more advanced skills. And so for that event, it's free, but it's not. And I know some of you guys have already reserved. Some more guys who are out of town, like Zach, already signed up and reserved a spot. Cam Casciola already reserved a spot. I know Matt Lintner already reserved a spot and got his ticket for SC1. So for SC1, again, we'll talk to you guys individually about that. We have a certain amount of seats for that for the division. But you guys basically get a Hardy Slicer for half off. It's a $136 knife, $65. You get that knife. And by the way, that covers your conference and event. So we made it so that it's free. If you sell the knife off, you paid for the conference and you profited $70. I would keep the knife because you're going to sell a crap ton more signatures and ultimates. It's my favorite knife that we make is the Hardy Slicer. So talk to your team leaders, talk to me. If you're like, I really want to get to this, what do I need to do? I have not missed an event in 14 years in Cutco. And every single top person, Hall of Fame, Cutco sales professional, and they'll be there. Like yesterday, one of the CSPs was like, hey, what are we doing Monday? What are we doing? And they're always there. By the way, they've been to so many meetings. They're like, what am I going to learn? But they always get stuff from it. And so whether it's connecting with people, taking nuggets, refocus, motivation, the competitive juices get flowing. It's that huddle, right? It's that pregame huddle. And you're like, all right, ready to go. Let's do this thing, And it's not just going to be a hype huddle, although you will get hype. You are going to get tools that'll help you forever, by the way. Not just in Cutco, but forever. So there's great, great learning. So take it, again, it's a free event for you, a free conference where when I go to conferences, I go to events, I pay several hundreds to several $1,000s. When I go to Tony Robbins events. The cheapest one I've been to was $1,000. I was able to get a deal because we got a big group and we paid like $700. But I did Master University a couple years ago. That was 10 grand. You know, I went to Date with Destiny. That was 5 grand. I went to different events and I pay it because I know how much value it brings to me, you know, and how much more the higher levels I perform at, that in my life just help me earn more. So I'm more than, like, that's the best investment. Just like you guys pay for school to get you better jobs, to make you more money. Well, this stuff is unbelievable. So just so you guys know, the events are going to be sick. I would talk to your team leaders and say, what do I need to do to be able to get there? And then anyone that's been to my SLDM, you guys are already approved. And if you haven't been, make sure to talk to us to find that out. All right. So I do want to do some quick recognition because we did have some guys, and just with everything happening yesterday and getting everything ready for this weekend and the kickoff, I didn't have a chance to put everything together, but I want to recognize in our office our top performers this past week. So we did not hit our goal of the week, and our goal was to do $60,000 to $80,000 last week and build it to $100K this week. All right, and we didn't build it properly last week. So right now, I think this week we could do 100 if everyone really stepped up hardcore, but I'm thinking this week's going to be more the 60, 80, and next week 100. But we need everyone to like get focused, get serious. We need more people on our team. Super excited to meet some of your guys' friends today. I think we have like 10 or 12 people that we're meeting today. I think Mary Lou alone is meeting like 10 or 12 of our top guys' friends. But anyone else that we can meet today, I'd love to meet them. I met one of James' friends yesterday at Sweet Paris. Over at City Center in the morning. He already did the first day of training via videos yesterday. He's going to be here tomorrow morning so we can finish up all his training. He'll be here tomorrow night to make phone calls, and he'll be with us at team night tomorrow night, out playing volleyball, basketball, football, whatever. So he'll be out there at the park tomorrow night to mingle and meet people. And by the way, so let us try to meet your friends today if possible. If not, bring them tomorrow night. But I want to meet them today and they come tomorrow night. You know, we want to meet them today if at all possible so they get proper training. If not, we're just going to be training people randomly. We need to have a minimum of 30 more people going into Monday. Our goal was to have a team 100 strong. And right now we have a team, like we have about 50 people on our team. And I want to make sure we have 100 strong. So we've got 20, 30 great people that I'm training tomorrow, by the way. We've got like 3 or 4 others that we've added, like Adrian's girlfriend, one of our best friends, if you guys haven't met them yet. So 2 of our new ladies here. And then we have others. I know Patty's getting copies right now. Patrick's back. He's going to be doing an internship with us this summer. He was here this morning here in the front. Patty was a 10K fast starter from last summer, one of our top reps, coming back, and he wants to do an internship. He wants to learn and grow. He's going to be transferring to A&M from where he was going to school in Arkansas. You're going to school there. And he's studying marketing and really wants to be able to lead. So he'll be running one of the teams. He was one of our, I coached him last year for our SC2. He was one of our top performers. Just excited to develop more of those people. So this past week, we had Scott, who I know was for last week, who was out for the weekend, but Scott at 42.38 did a great job last week, and I know he was going out of town, and so he's kind of in and out. I know he just dropped, I think, another grand yesterday, but he's at 42.38 for the week. Was our top rep last week. We had Miss Faith. I know Faith, awesome job, by the way. 2 promotions her first weekend, so we can give her a round of applause. Awesome job. All right. So Miss Faith knocking out 2 promos. Faith, you're gonna have a paycheck for your first weekend for over $400. It's pretty hot. And by the way, regards to your family, I heard you were out on Monday. And there's stuff happening. So awesome job. Carlos Rivera at 28.63, number 3. And I know he sold more in his first week. He just didn't get all his orders online. So he had turned in his orders here and didn't have the full credit card numbers, so he couldn't roll them. But those, by the way, those will be processing this next week. We had Chavez at 22.76. I know he's planning on this week going for at least a 5K, if not 7 to 10K week to build momentum for next week. Mr. Cam, who's at 20.67. He's at Vacation Bible School right now. He'll be here later this afternoon. So he gets a 1, 2, 3. Let's try 1, 2, 3. All right. Then we had Miss Danielle. Danielle, awesome job. 1,732, hitting her first promotion, her first weekend, on her way to her second promotion. So give her a round of applause. Awesome job. We have Mr. Zach, who's out of town right now. He'll be back, ready to crush next week. He already has a seat reserved for the conference on the 29th. And he's excited to kick some butt during the push. So he's at 16.18 right now. You get to 1, 2, 3. Try it, 1, 2, 3. When I say that, let's just do it. Then we have Mr. John right up here, first weekend, halfway to his second promotion, knocking out his first promotion. So again, awesome job to you, knocking that out. So give him a round of applause. Great job. We have Mr. Matthew, who's out with rugby. He gets back home tomorrow. He'll be here Friday morning to crush it Friday, Saturday, build momentum for next week. He's got a seat reserved for Monday. He's got a seat reserved for the 29th already, planning on grinding it for the push. He leaves town next Thursday. He'll be gone for about 5 days of it, and then he'll get back to really finish strong. So excited to have his leadership. We've got KP, one of our top Cutco sales professionals, who has another full-time company that he owns, business, and just sells Cutco on the side. Pretty cool to make an extra $750, $1,000, $2,000 just on the side, just extra fun money every week, you know. So that's pretty hot. So you guys, KP, you'll meet him. I don't know if he'll be there Monday. He'll definitely be there on the 29th. So it depends on his other business and stuff that he has. But he's been selling Cutco since 2000, by the way. He's been selling Cutco. So 16 years, I believe, is when he started with 15 or 16 years ago. Then we've got Mr. Alex. Where's Mr. Alex? There he is. So Alex, also halfway to his first promo, dropped his first Siggy set his first weekend. Now working hard to get that second promotion. So give him a round of applause. Awesome job. Ms. Ariana, getting onto the newsletter. And just wanting to stay consistent on the newsletter. And that's something we have in the other room. It's just that consistent newsletter. 1,231. We had Mr. Cody also in the newsletter, 1,193. We had Miguel, who was at 1,190. We had Brooks at 11:43 before he left town. Mr. Williamson back at the door, 1085. He makes half. That's hot. Miss Ash right over $1,000 hitting her first promotion. So all these individuals, phenomenal job to you guys getting on the newsletter. So last week we only had 18. One of the things we said, in order for us to hit our goal, we had to have 30 on the newsletter. So that's the drive for this week. How do we hit 30 on the newsletter? So who in here, by the way, top guys, I'd be getting on the newsletter by Friday. And I know we had yesterday a couple different orders happening for the week. I don't see everything on Rollo yet, but I know we've got some people. You guys want to make sure you're Rolloing so I can see exactly where we're at on a day-to-day basis. So I know yesterday was the first day of the week. So with yesterday, I know, well, Carlos finished putting his orders online. So he's at about 5K. We had John Strong getting his stuff on, so 27:03. I know he's running over here in traffic right now. Olivia's already almost on the newsletter, dropped some sales for coming in. Mr. Scott was almost on the newsletter. Louis dropping a $700 sale last night. John was at those sales from like yesterday and leftovers. So $500, so halfway to the newsletter already. So we already have some people there. But the goal is, can you get onto the newsletter? By the way, grand days today. Can you have 2, 3, 4 demos? I know you have 4 demos today, right? Who has 2 or more demos already today? Raise your hand if you have 2 or more. Raise them high. 2 or more demos already today. Raise your hand. All right, by the way, you guys are already in a drawing for a free piece of Cutco. Everybody else, we're going to make calls here in a little bit. I'd be cranking and say, hey, by the way, I can come by today. I'm still trying to get 2 more for today. Anyone with 2 today is going into the drawing. We're going to be adding pieces of Cutco to your guys' kit. Cool? Every week we'll have different contests. But when you guys leave the team meeting, anyone who has 2 demos that day, you'll go into that. Or if you're already on the newsletter, you're already in the drawing, by the way. So for Carlos, well, Carlos from last week, I'm not counting it. John, but if you're already on the newsletter by the time you come Wednesday morning, meaning you had a grand day on Tuesday, all right, or you have 2 demos on Wednesday, you're going into the drawing for a free piece of Cutco. We're going to give that out each week, the next week at the team meeting. So we'll be adding different things from outdoor stuff, cooking knives, just different accessory specialty knives that you guys don't have, cheese knives, and just having more to show to your customers and more for you. It's yours forever, you know. But it's cool to have some of that stuff to show. So we are going to be, so anyone with 2, you're already in the draw. Cool. If you have 3, you have 2 chances. You complete 3 demos today. So for every demo completed after 2, if you complete 3, you got an extra chance. You complete 4, for completing 2, you got 1 chance, and then 3rd, 4th. So every demo after 2 that you complete is an extra chance into that drawing. And then tomorrow morning, we'll be announcing and we'll do the drawing live. All right, but you've got to check in with your managers because that's how it's going to be tracked. Your team leader has to know every demo you did so they can push you into your drawing. Your team leader's in charge of getting you into the drawing. And tomorrow morning, we'll draw that out and do a quick little video and put it on our group me and let you guys know who won the piece of Cutco. Cool? So we want to maximize today and make sure we're ready to rock so we can really start strong. So newsletter, some of you guys are going to hit it by today. We should have at least another 5, 7 or more hit it today. But then, you know, again, focus is by Friday, can you make sure that's done? And where can you get to by Sunday? Now, as you prepare for the push, we don't have a ton of time this weekend. I know Patty just went to go pick up the schedules. All right, so you guys can see the schedule for this week. And just to show you guys here, let me see with what I sent to Office Max. I'll just show it to you guys. But we're going to get this out to you guys. Nope, that's not what I wanted. Okay, so this right here, you guys are going to be getting. So starting from Sunday. So this week, what we have, normal, schedule, except we're just preparing. So those of you who are serious, like be here, getting help, get PCs, get all your stuff organized. In the mornings, we're going to have, Champions Club happening every morning. So you guys can come in the morning. Office is open, by the way, by 7:15, 7:30 a.m. We're like working already. So for anyone who wants to get extra attention, extra help, the time to get extra attention for me is between 7:30 and 8 a.m. Cool? Then you can go rock some phone calls and then head out to your demos and go have some fun. But early in the morning is when I'm working on stuff here with whoever's wanting extra coaching. So we have normal schedule, which this is. And to review again, the normal week-to-week schedule, and you guys are all going to get one of these. Normal week-to-week schedule. You guys know from the interview 2 times, right? That's the yellow. 2 times a week you guys come here. What are the 2 times a week you guys come here? Sundays is PSP. Can anyone tell me what PSP is? Paychecks, schedules, and phone jam. Cool? You want to make sure you set up your Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday the right way from Sundays. You always want to have your 48-hour window completely booked, whatever that is for you. Maybe you're only working Monday and not Tuesday. So your Monday needs to be totally booked. Cool? But whatever days you're working ahead of you, you want to make sure those are lined up, okay? And you guys want to make sure we set up a schedule that you're excited about. Cool? Those part-timers work 2 to 4 days a week. Full-timers work 4 to 6 days a week, depending on your personal goals, financial goals. During the push, I'm going to ask, can you do a little extra than you normally do? And then we're looking for the all-stars, so we're just going to lead the way as our starting lineup for the SC1 playoffs. But normal week-to-week for the summer, this is the GCK schedule. We have PSP on Sundays. There's a 5 o'clock meeting, and then phone jam. We do all your paperwork. We do your payroll. You have a one-on-one consultation. See you later. Bye. But again, you want to make sure that your 48-hour window is completely booked Monday and Tuesday, whatever your goals are for those days before you roll out. So I would just have that time open. I always had that time when I was a rep. Sundays, I usually didn't work. That was my church, chill out, brunch, and then I'd go into the office at night to crank my calls and make sure my week was set up. Where some of you guys will rock like 1 or 2 demos after lunch and then come here. That's totally depends on how your schedule's structured. So I had my 20 demos a week, so I could sell 5 to 7 grand every single week. And I had the days that I did those on and always got booked for that. Then we have on Wednesday mornings, we have our team meeting, right? So every Wednesday. So the yellow is Sundays and Wednesdays. You guys know about that from your interview. All right. So we always make calls. We have call time on Sunday night. We have call time that we'll have on Wednesday during the team meeting. We'll do drawings, giveaways, stuff. And then guys, 2 other phenomenal phone times that I always recommend. And for anyone that I coach, if you really want to rock the summer, you always want to have Sundays and Thursdays blocked off. No demo is ever more important. That's why I said that's 7:30. No, never more important, because that's the time that you can load up your Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So it just depends on your goals. If you're leaving town Friday, is it okay for you to do Thursday night demos? Of course. You don't need to book anything. All right. But 1 demo is not worth booking up 10, 14, 15, 20 more, depending on what your personal goals are. So Thursday night, it's like religious Cutco time. I always, my manager is just it's you cannot, and there's bad Cutco karma. If you ever miss a team meeting or one of these phone jams for a demo, everything's gonna go wrong. It's horrible Cutco karma. The Cutco gods will make everything go wrong. You will have the worst week ever. Everyone will not buy. Everyone will cancel if you miss it. I'm just letting you know. Don't mess with Cutco karma. It's not good. All right. So Thursday nights, you want to have that time open. So something we do for you guys, so and that's where it's the blue is by invite, or if you want to come tonight, you can talk to your team leaders. We have key staff meeting. That's my captain's meeting every Wednesday at 8 a.m. is when those happen. Right now, during the push, I'll be meeting with the Lions earlier. The normal week-to-week schedule is Wednesday mornings. I meet with the captains before the team meeting. We make some calls. I teach them some stuff. We make some calls, and then we're ready to rock. And then Thursday nights, we always have a workshop at 6 p.m. Workshops will be happening every week at 6 p.m. By different top leaders. So tomorrow night, we will have a workshop happening at 6 p.m. for you guys to give you skill sets to get set up for the weekend. And there'll be phone calls happening after. And then team night out happens every Thursday. Again, that's not required, but I encourage you guys, come out, meet people, have some fun, ask questions, like last week, James Rushing was there. I don't know that you guys knew who he was, but that's a person I'd ask some questions to. James Rushing it might be the best Cutco sales rep that exists in GCK history, and one of the best in the nation. Last summer, he was number 2 in the nation around a full-time summer school load at A&M for the first half of the summer. All right, still was number 2 in the nation, has won multiple scholarships every campaign, has a $1,200 average order, okay? Knows how to network like nobody's business. He's so good. He's just like very chill, mellow. If you meet him, you're not like, oh, this guy's a top rock star. He's just like, hey, you met him. He was on our team. Is he like super dynamic? Just okay. But he's freaking good. And I'd be asking like, hey, what do you feel can help me with this? Like I'd always go to team night, even though we go there to have fun. Part of it's having fun and connecting. Part of it is getting a chance to network and get tips for free. You have one of the best that when he's coaching people would charge $150 to $250 for a coaching call. When guys mentor, they get 5% off all your sales. You pay them 5% off your sales when they mentor or coach you. We have a mentoring program within our company. And by the way, he's coached with some of the best people that have coached him, and he pays out 5% of his stuff. So he's paid out 5, 7, 10 grand plus for someone to coach him for the summer to get him to where he is. Okay, all the top guys do, by the way. Every CSP, they all pay for mentoring and coaching because they understand the value of that, and so they pay for it. You guys have access to them at a meeting like Monday, Thursday nights when we're having team night to the top guys at these events for free, okay? Or for free for the conference, free or not. We pay for most of this stuff for you guys. Take advantage. Ask questions. Learn. Get better. Even within our office and your staff, there's so much knowledge, so much to gain. So I want to make sure you guys are taking advantage of that. So we've got team nights. They're awesome. So we're going to be at the park again, right south of I-10. Just east of Barker Cypress. All right, so on the southeast corner, so on the other side of I-10, there's a police station there, and there's like ramps for skating. There's 4, I think it's 4 or maybe more, sand volleyball courts. There's the basketball courts, and it's just a good time for us to be able to hang. And again, friends are invited. You can bring any of your friends. You can bring girlfriends and boyfriends. Like, it's a time for us to just hang, connect, and then you guys want to always be looking for, how can I improve my business? How can I get better? And then every Saturday morning, I'd say if you're not booked up, I would come to that. During the Push Alliance, we're all there. All staff, we're all there. Saturday morning, we have Pancake Jam Breakfast Club. Every Saturday, there's pancakes in the office, so you can get some pancakes, get some learning, and crank out some calls to make sure your Saturday, Sunday, Monday, that those last 3 days of the week are ready to roll. Cool? The week ends every Monday. Everything you guys put online by Monday at 4 a.m. really goes through, but it's got to be put on before you go to bed. Don't be like, oh, I'm going to get up in the morning and do it. That's not going to happen. But it's got to be on at night. You've got to make sure everything's online. So everything you do by Monday night, all right, Rolo it, make sure it's online. As long as it's online before you go to bed, that will be on your next week's paycheck. So that is the run on a week-to-week basis to make sure you guys are all in the know. Cool? So I want to make sure everyone has that. So I just wanted to kind of give updates. I know we have like newer people and make sure everyone knows how it's rolling, even for the staff and new guys on staff. Does everyone know the schedule for success? So this Saturday, for those who are going to be part of my 10K Alliance, all assistants, interns, and then those who want to be on the Alliance. By the way, I need to know if you want to be on this, because I need to meet with you in the next couple of days to talk, whether it's on the phone or face-to-face, to see if it's something you really can hack. If you're going to be on the 10K Alliance. You can be on the 3K, you can be on the 6K, 10K is my crew. I'll be working with them for 2 weeks. They'll be at my house. We'll have workshops here. And I just need to know that I can hold you accountable, that I can push you, and really what you want to gain from it. So Mary Lou and I have been talking. There's some of you guys that I want to coach, and I want you on that group. There's some of you guys that might want to be on it that maybe we hadn't identified yet because we didn't really know if you really wanted to go out and roll and be one of the leaders. But we are looking for people who are excited to just crush these next 2 weeks and really help us lead the charge for GC Cat. So if that's something you're interested in, shoot me a text message. Like, shoot me a text now so I know. If you don't have my cell phone, it's 954, and I'll put it up here so I'm aware, all right, because I know, like I said, Mary Lou does all the regular day-to-day management of you guys. During the push, I am definitely involved. She's still closing all your sales, but you can text me 954-263-9710, All right, and put your name if I haven't worked with you or coached you, if I don't have your number in my phone, and say I'm interested in 10K Alliance so I can talk to you about that, all right? So 10K Alliance, Saturday night, 4 p.m. at my house, cool? We're going to work on a bunch of stuff. We're going to make calls. We're going to go bowling after and have some team bonding. On Sunday, we're here. We're going to be crushing it for the push. So this goes back to the Sunday schedule so you guys know what's happening for the push. So we've got Sunday. There's all day call day across the nation. There's going to be people starting. I've heard, actually, I've seen some posts in other groups. They're starting as early as 11 a.m., 12 p.m. They're like, we're going to have PlayStation. We're going to have food. We're going to make calls all day. And everyone's at the office just all day. And they'll take breaks every 50 calls and play PlayStation, do whatever, run around the office and keep making calls. But our office will be open since 10 a.m. So anyone who wants can start earlier. But the goal for anyone on 10K Alliance is to have 20 appointments ahead of you. 20 appointments ahead of you. So there's a lot of calls that need to be made to get that done, okay? So we want to make sure that we set ourselves up properly. So on Sunday, Alliance is all, we're in. We've got PSP kickoff for everybody like normal at 5. Then on Monday the 13th, there's pre-meeting phone time. In the morning, Alliance will be crushing calls. Some of you guys who are on your fast start, you might rock like an 8:30 a.m. Demo, all right, and then get over to City Center. And then the division meeting to kick off SC1. It's from 11 to 6. And then from 6 to 7, we have a special guest from Tony Robbins' company. Tony Robbins, unbelievable personal growth and development. That's where I've done a lot of my coaching with. So we have one of their trainers coming to do a special workshop during dinner. Like we're going to have, for anyone who stays to that, we'll provide food. So you guys get some food and you can eat while getting some knowledge for your brain. Who was there yesterday for Mike Lanzetta's workshop earlier? All right. Do you guys feel that was valuable? What did you gain most from it? What do you feel was good about it? Anybody? Like, what did you take most? What did you guys like about it?
Oh.
If you're telling someone else, you should go to this, you're like, it was good. No, like, what did you? So, Carlos, what did you like about it?
Well, the psychology behind it. You really focus on that. So like the push, right? The full letters. P was for psychology. You explain how like 95% of the companies, any business, in the first 10 years that they're open, they fail, and the 25% that do succeed are because they understand exactly what he explained yesterday. So like the cycle of success, right? It was what potential, action.
And we'll go through the details, but
right.
Yeah,
So,
it was tools, like the tools you guys got yesterday. Is it stuff that was just about Cutco? No, it's stuff to help you like just perform at high levels, as people. And that's one of our goals with Cutco, is to expose you to a lot of life skills, things that'll help you long term. So you're going to learn knife skills and life skills. But I love being able to coach my guys to really think bigger about what's possible and stuff they can implement into your future. Then afterwards, we have divisional phone jam. At the place, I'm invited whoever wants, but my Alliance, we're staying there after we eat, and we're making sure, I want to make sure we are loaded up for these days. And then go home or do whatever, or whoever wants, I'll probably go to Raw Sushi at like 9:30 because they have happy hour after 9. And then go grab some sushi happy hour. Rolls are cheaper, all right? So go get some sushi and hang out afterwards at City Center. And then we start Tuesday. So we have Alliance Elevation Series happening every morning. There's a different workshop happening each day. And we'll get, I have the agendas. I'll post them in our group me later. So you see like the different topics and what we're going to be covering. That's happening every single morning. We have team meeting, phone jam, like normal on Wednesday morning, Thursday night, like normal. But I just basically did a max